Professor Li Chao is from the School of Archaeology and Museology, Sichuan University. He obtained his PhD from Peking University and once received joint training at the University of Oxford. He was invited from his busy work at the archaeological site of Sanxingdui to give his lecture for us today. Let's give him a warm welcome.
I believe that some of you present here will become outstanding people in the future, possibly doctors, judges, and CEOs of companies. And I also believe that some of you will become archaeologists.
The audience is a group of high school seniors who are about to take the National College entrance examination. Li Chao is giving this lecture specifically for high school seniors since he participated in the excavation of Sanxingdui.
For a long time, our society has held misconceptions about archaeology. Archaeology is associated with tomb robbing and viewed as a very primitive field where people just dig up dirt without any technological sophistication. Another misconception is that archaeologists are all poor, when in fact, this is far from the truth. Is there any specialty that guarantees wealth simply by studying it?
What is the relationship between archaeology and cultural artifact identification?
In our profession of archaeology, there is a rule that if you want to be an archaeologist, you cannot have anything to do with the buying or selling of cultural artifacts. You should not participate in any activities related to the trade of cultural artifacts.
Can I have your QQ numbers?
Can I get an autograph?
The impact caused by Sanxingdui is really unlike any other archaeological discovery in the past. This is also exactly what we want to achieve with archaeology now, which is to make the general public understand archaeology, so that they can truly see who archaeologists are.
Looking back at his original aspiration, whether amidst the bustle and clamor or in the stillness and solitude, he still firmly believes that archaeologists are not just excavators wielding shovels, but also conservators of national treasures. After the lecture, Li Chao hurried back to the excavation site.
Let's see what's going on here. I'm also worried. I'm even more worried than him. What if there's a danger if we stay here once the pit wall collapses? Yes, it's already very dangerous now. The nearby pit walls and the body of the wooden box may not be able to wait for that long.
Li Chao is very anxious now because the excavation work he is in charge of, pits 6 and 7, is facing many difficulties and challenges, making it an extremely rare and complex case in China's field archaeology history. The primary challenge is the complex relationship between pit 6 and 7. Pit 6 is chronologically later than pit 7, but it is located in the northwest corner of pit 7 and is above pit 7. It is intriguing to wonder whether the ancient people who dug pit 6 knew that there was another pit beneath it.
Our most basic and important principle is to excavate the later ones first and then the earlier ones according to the chronological order. If we reverse the order, errors will occur in the excavation work.
In accordance with the principle of excavation from late to early periods, Li Chao's team must completely clarify the boundaries of pit 6 and fully excavate it before they can continue to extract pit 7. Pit 6 is also very special. No ivory, bronze vessels, or other objects have been found in the pit so far. Only a wooden box with the same width as the pit that is neatly placed has been discovered. It is exactly this mysterious wooden box that slows down the entire excavation.
This may be wood ash, and the wooden box is placed on the wood fuels. There are some wood fuels below the body of the wooden box. I wonder if these fuels were specifically placed here to burn the box. Look, the box is carbonized severely.
which seems to be a sign of being burned.
Before this, archaeologists partly excavated the interior of the wooden box, with important discoveries made, such as signs of silk remnants, pottery shards, and cinnabar.
The wooden box looks like a wooden coffin. It looks like a wooden coffin buried inside.
If we follow the conjecture that the box is a coffin, will there be human remains inside the wooden box? As the digging continues, there are still layers of soil remaining at the bottom to be excavated, which makes the purpose of the wooden box the biggest mystery.
The box has been exposed for a long time, and the longer it is exposed, the more serious it will be dehydrated. Therefore, we need to unearth it as soon as possible and then process it in the laboratory.
Do you need this one?
Yes, I need it.
Xu Yandong, who is as anxious as Li Haichao these days, will lead his team to unearth the wooden box as one whole piece. In order to ensure that everything goes smoothly, he has specially made some tools that can be operated in narrow spaces.
Due to the limited space, we need to consider not only how to extract it, but also how to transport it out safely.
Xu Yandong has completed high-difficulty overall extraction of stone coffins and pit walls in archaeological sites across the country and has rich experience in extracting heavyweight single objects. This time, the first step is to extract and preserve the pit wall of Pit 6 so as to create the second profile and provide operational space for the separation of the wooden box. Faced with a highly concern for the Sanxingdui site, and coupled with a complex situation of pits 6 and 7, Xu Yandong was very anxious before the extraction.
The box is killing me now. What should I do? The extraction seems simple, but it's difficult to implement it. Because even a slight mistake can result in failure, and there's no going back. Taking out such a hollow object is even more difficult because of its weight and the risks involved. If it receives force from any angle, improperly, it will scatter and crack. It's hard to extract it as a whole. It's very difficult. I can't even breathe thinking about it. Today we need to find a way to fix the pit wall first so that it can be more stable and safer. Otherwise, I won't be able to sleep tonight.
Farmers have but little rest or leisure, but the 5th month is the busiest. Since the full excavation of Sanxingdui, the site has been crowded with busy workers. With the advancement of the excavation, archaeologists made major discoveries in the pits after clearing the topsoil. A large number of bronze objects and ivory relics are discovered in Pit 3, which is like a treasure trove. On the side of Pit 3, bronze square vessels, zun, and bronze water vessels, lei, are unearthed. This bronze squared zun vessel is the latest discovery. It features a round mouth and a square body. These types of vessels are very rare. In the south of the pit, there is a large object that looks like a bronze zun, with a dragon-shaped decoration on its neck. At the bottom of the object, there is a bronze kneeling figurine making a fist with both hands. Because of the ivory relics on the surface, it is not sure whether this bronze figurine has a face. In contrast to the specularity of Pit 3, Pit 4 shows a more miserable state. The pit is full of burned ivory relics and scattered bronze objects. In the middle of the pit, there are 2 figure-shaped bronze objects, both kneeling down, with their hands folded. We need time to solve the historical mystery. The countless buried objects are like the password left by the ancients, and every object unearthed may be the key to solving the mystery.
It's fragile.
Yeah, it's thin and fragile.
Hoisting the object is as hard as hoisting the wide-mouthed zun. This bronze object is called a round-mouthed square zun. It is unique because its mouth is round while its body is square. An intact square zun has never been found at Sanxingdui before, and vessels of a similar shape in the late Shang dynasty are rarely seen across South China.
After applying some protection to the round-mouthed square zun, the cultural relics protection personnel hoisted it out of pit 3 immediately. This is the third year that Ren Junfeng has been working at the excavation site of Sanxingdui. Whenever new cultural relics are unearthed, he will carry out cleaning and protection work in no time.
The cultural relics have survived for a long time, which may be 3,000 years, 2,000 years, or hundreds of years. And now they are in my hands. I feel lucky to have the chance to touch them.
This round-mouthed square zun features a unique shape with a square body and a round mouth. The belly is decorated with beast face patterns. The four corners of the square belly are decorated with symmetrical crested bird patterns, and the shoulders are decorated with standing birds. In Ren Junfeng's hands, the secret of the vessel is being unveiled layer by layer.
This little thing is marvelous. It is tiny, but it has a hole. There may be more such things underneath.
In addition to bronze fragments, Ren Junfeng found a lot of seashells in the round-mouthed square zun. Where did they come from, since Sichuan is a landlocked basin?
They all have holes. If all the seashells discovered in the vessel and the Sanxingdui site were used as currency, it should be some fortune at that time. The vessel might be a money pot. We still need words to identify their purchasing power at that time.
Oh, I wish I can find some words.
Following the discovery of silk, Guo Jianbo has a new goal: to find words. After repeated searching, he finally found some evidence on the coating of the silk.
This is the coating, and it should be paint and ink. The conditions for finding words or symbols are met.
Historically, there was the practice of writing auspicious words or symbols on silk to worship deities. Guo Jianbo thinks that the ancient Shu people might also write sacrificial words on silk for worship. But searching for words is like deciphering a code that has been sealed for thousands of years. And there is a hard and long way to go. On a summer evening, people are performing their daily routines on the land carrying the legends of ancient Shu. More than 3,000 years ago, the ancient Shu people also made a living on this land. They worshipped heaven and their ancestors here and created a brilliant culture that has lasted through the ages. Today, this promising land once again captures the attention of the world. Today, a global promotion event themed on Sanxingdui culture, a threshold to Chinese civilization, is held in Guanghan. Meanwhile, the latest archaeological findings have been released to the public by the Sichuan Provincial Cultural Relics and Archaeology Research Institute.
After more than 3 months of excavation, the bronze figure with the sun overhead, which was buried in the number 3 sacrificial pit at Sanxingdui, has finally shown its presence out of lots of ivory.
The bronze statue, with its face covered by ivory in the number 3 sacrificial pit, was finally shown to the world.
As we reminisce about the beginning of civilization, it's like the brilliant scene at the dawn. Now we are standing at the site where this great civilization was discovered. The Sanxingdui site in Guanghan, Sichuan, China. All inquiries here are focused on studying the law of nature, moral ethics, and the origins of moral education. The questions raised at Sanxingdui are typical reflections of the Chinese spirit and culture. And the Sanxingdui civilization is rooted in the mountains and waters in this region. Sanxingdui is located in Sichuan, China. Since China belongs to the world, Sanxingdui also belongs to the world.
To facilitate their work, Li Haichao and the other team members rented a flat to live in downtown Guanghan. However, they are now asked to leave by the owner shortly after moving in.
From my point of view, Sanxingdui has really given a boost to the local GDP. After the last live streaming event ended, the prices of several real estate properties near the Sanxingdui site immediately went up. The owner of the house we previously rented didn't allow us to renew the lease because he was in a hurry to sell it. For the first time, we personally witnessed and experienced the tangible changes and benefits brought to the local people by an archaeological project. With many years of experience in archaeology, we can tell that we really have never seen that before. After moving into a new house, I feel that our living conditions have been improved.
The ivory is in extremely bad preservation status. It is like noodles or melted chocolate ice cream. This is the archaeologist's intuitive description of the status of the ivory found in the number 4 sacrificial pit. As this round of excavation progresses, lots of ivory has sprung up, and how to extract and protect these pieces of ivory has become an urgent problem to be solved.
The green color may be caused by a bronze object.
There was a bronze object against the ivory, so its color stained the ivory. It's soft.
Never before have we encountered so many unprecedented challenges or complicated global problems. Ivory conservation is definitely one of the worldwide problems.
This is a meeting that brings together China's top archaeologists and cultural conservation experts, who all find it difficult to tackle the challenges of ivory extraction and conservation.
Can we adopt the segmented extraction approach if it is indeed impossible to extract a whole piece of ivory, as the ivory is too rotten or the extraction operation is limited by the burial environment?
It is possible to implement segmented extraction.
Microbiology, after all, is meant to serve our excavation and subsequent protection.
I disagree with what you said about cooperation and services. We are now in an era where different disciplines are integrated and impossible to be separated from each other.
Through the conclusion of ideas shared in the debate, 4 opinions on excavation and conservation have been made clear at this expert meeting, and they will play a key role in guiding the next phase of ivory extraction and conservation.
You all agree with these opinions? If so, let's clap for them.
Lying on the racks and doing various postures there are not easy.
When I just started doing this work, this posture always made me uncomfortable, and especially sick to my stomach. For example, if we were to work shortly after having dinner, we would really feel like vomiting out all the food. Due to all these efforts, there should certainly be no problem this time. Wait. Hold on. I can't get up. Come on.
Whether they are experts who make suggestions or excavation teams who give their all, they are injecting new meaning into the excavation of Sanxingdui. Today's hard sweat is to retain the most complete information, preserve the most complete state, so as to continue the history.
I'm going to see my kids.
It's only been 2 weeks and you put on weight again.
Since the intense excavation began, Ren Junfeng has spent little time with his family. After a short rest, he rushed to spend the weekend with his family, where they were on vacation.
In the future, when my children walk into the museum, I will be proud to tell them that I have restored these things. I want them to be proud of me.
After determining the bottom boundary and removing the wall of pit 6, Li Haichao accelerated the pace of excavation around the wooden box.
This is a blade quite sharp, and this is only part of it. It's long and edged and looks a bit strange. It feels like a knife, but it's rare.
Li Haichao found a strange object on the side of the wooden box, shaped like a knife and extending inward. Could this be part of the secret inside the mysterious wooden box?
I don't know if there's another layer of this underneath. It is possible.
As the excavation progressed, we also saw the complete artifact. After observation, Li Haichao judged that this is a jade knife.
This jade was not under the wooden box, but inside it. It sank to the bottom. Generally, there may be more than one jade article. This one is awesome. It's not defective. Its handle is complete. Its blade is a little sharp. It has this on both sides. Is that a pattern for decoration?
Now, the most critical moment comes after months of great efforts. Shu's team are going to carry out the wooden box. Due to the small space, the team can't use heavy machinery for hoisting. They can only push the box forward gradually with manpower and tools, There is no room for any mistakes in this process.
I estimate that it weighs at least 2 tons, including the wooden box of more than 1 ton and the self-weight of the outer packing and section steel. I can tell that from the deformed lifting steel pipe.
It is also not easy to carry the wooden box out intact. Everyone present was nervous. Finally, Sanxingdui has the heaviest single object on Earth since its excavation. After a long period of suffering and anxiety, Shu Yandong felt relieved. For them, the operation was a complete success.
Yes, I'm very happy we made it.
Then the wooden box was transported to Sanxingdui's Cultural Relics Protection and Restoration Hall for laboratory excavation.
We have found various components such as pottery sherds, small stones, baked clay, and carbonized wood. There is still a distance of almost 10 centimeters high to be discovered. It is still unknown what kind of remains we will find.
In midsummer, the extraction of cultural relics continued to advance. Another national treasure is about to be unearthed from Pit 3. It is 115 centimeter high, composed of an upper part and a lower part. The upper part is a 55 centimeter high bronze zun with a flaring mouth, while the lower part is a 60 centimeter high kneeling bronze figurine with both hands in front of him. This object is easy to remind people of a word: worship.
This huge object combines 2 different cultural styles. One is the traditional style from the Central Plains, and the other is the typical Sanxingdui style from Sichuan. This is pretty amazing.
This national bronze treasure has returned to us after more than 3,000 years. It will come back to life again with the efforts of Ren Jinfeng and his colleagues. For Li Haichao, the successful extraction of the wooden box is undoubtedly a staged victory. After surmounting one difficulty after another, people are getting deeper into Pit 7 for more objects.
It's a super difficult task, but that's not to say it's impossible. Whether it takes 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, or 100 years, we will always work hard towards this goal and won't stop.
Sanxingdui is far away from us as it appeared thousands of years ago. Sanxingdui is also close to us as it is vibrant under the land we are familiar with. We must conserve well those great things that manifest the significance of life. Excavation is underway, and so is conservation. In the exploration of history, countless archaeologists and cultural conservators are writing a new chapter. In the future, how will Sanxingdui surprise the world? The legend still goes on.
象牙的来源，本地的、外来的。
我们测出的三星堆铜器的这些都没有使用这种成都平原本地的原料。
究竟和中原文明和长江中下游文明到底是什么样的一些关系？
这个地方应该是出土产食域比较富集的地方。